I've got an extra special episode planned for you guys today. I'm here at my old home, guys, where I'm from. This is called Kogarah, this neighborhood right here. This is in Sydney, in the state of New South Wales. I grew up here. I actually spent the first 13 years of my life here in Kogarah before my family moved to Perth in Western Australia. So I thought for today's episode, I would walk around Kogarah and show you guys my old neighborhood and show you guys where I grew up, my old school, my old house, and yeah, show you guys around. They have these things at the train stations in Sydney where you just tap with your bank card like that, and then you can catch the train. You don't need some fancy like Opal card or like Mikey card like they have in Melbourne, or you don't need a smart rider like you need in Perth, Western Australia. It's real easy. You just use your bank card. Here we go, Railway Parade right here, guys. Now this was a lot of fond memories walking out of this train station onto Railway Parade. I have a lot of memories of this fruit shop right here, actually. Used to do a lot of shopping at this fruit shop right here. Shout out to this fruit shop, man. This has a lot of memories. I remember doing a lot of shopping at that fruit shop right there. Here we go. This is the main street right here, Railway Parade. A lot of businesses that I don't remember that have just opened up. It's been like 2 years since I've been back to Kogarah. The last time I came back to Sydney was when I was going to New Zealand. I was in Broken Hill and someone actually paid for my tickets to fly to New Zealand, and I had a connecting flight. I had a stopover in Sydney, so while I had the stopover in Sydney, on my way to New Zealand, I decided to come to Kogarah and check it out. And even within the span of 2 years, Kogarah has kind of changed a little bit. Right, we're coming up onto my street right here, Belgrave Street. This is the one right here, guys. I have so many memories of walking from high school up to my old apartment where I used to live. After school, every single day, I used to come walk from school back up this street, usually with a friend from school. I remember I used to walk with a friend from school. We used to walk home together because he used to live in the same building as me, and we would walk together, talk about our day at school, and it was fun. I was about 12 or 13 at the time when I was in high school. Now this was really where I grew up. I used to live in that building right there, in that apartment right there. I still remember this place vividly. There's a library right there. There's a Bruce Lee statue right there. And a church across the road. I always remember as a church. I'll never forget, I remember the day they actually unveiled this Bruce Lee statue. They had a bunch of like Aussie, like bogan redneck protesters. They were like, no, we don't want this Bruce Lee statue right here. Or something. I don't know why they were protesting. That's why I could imagine. I don't know why, but I remember they unveiled this. They had like a blanket around it, and they ripped it off and they unveiled it, and everyone cheered. I still remember that day. It was crazy. And yeah, they had a Greek church right here, Orthodox church across the road, and my old building right here, guys. That's crazy. It's been 13 years I lived in this apartment right here, and to come back now, like years later, is such a crazy feeling, you know? Wow, I'll never forget. This was the entrance right here, guys. Check it out. I wish I could go inside and show you guys, but I want to not get in trouble. I'll never forget, I used to cut across down this alleyway right here, behind the back of this church right here, across where I used to live. I used to cut across this alleyway to my old school, Kogarah High School, where I spent 1 year for the 7th grade. It was a really good school back then. I was in the gifted and talented program in the 7th grade, and I had like pretty good marks. And then for some strange reason, when I moved to like Western Australia, when I was like 14, like in the 8th grade, and I had terrible grades. My marks went so bad. I got like I started failing. I think it was because like I had my whole life here in Sydney, and I had all my friends in Sydney, and I had my structure and I had my routine and my discipline, which was skateboarding. I used to go to the skate park, Rockdale Skate Park, just down that road there, and I used to skate with like a bunch of like adults when I was like 12 years old. It was really good for my self-esteem and mental health. You know, I really felt like I fit in, and I actually got a stress fracture in my foot, and that's why I stopped skateboarding towards the end of the year 7. Towards the end of 7th grade, I stopped skateboarding because I got a stress fracture in my foot. And when I started up skateboarding again, when my stress fracture healed, like 2 months later, I was in the 8th grade and I was living in Perth, Western Australia, and skateboarding wasn't the same because I didn't have my same friends with me, and so I lost interest in skateboarding, and so I stopped, and that kind of sucked a bit because I didn't have my main hobby and interests, and I didn't have any hobbies or interests for a while, for like 4 or 5 years in high school. Until I found like vlogging and live streaming and sheep shearing. Here we have the famous intersection. This street you can cross like any directions. You can cross this street diagonally if you wanted to. See how people are like cutting across at every angle. But this road leads from my house, my old house, to Kogarah High School, which was where I used to go to school. And I used to walk up this street right here with all the school kids in year 7, and it was a fun commute. It was really close to my house, and I have a lot of good memories of year 7 in Kogarah High School. I had a good time that year. Look at this. What is this? Some local businesses. It's a very, very cool area, you know. A lot of multicultural people in Kogarah when I was growing up, and now like looking around some of the businesses, and there's a lot of like international inspired businesses. It's pretty cool to see, you know. It reminds me of being overseas right now. Here we have my old high school right here, guys. This was the international school section, Intensive English Center. So I didn't used to go to that part. I went to the Kogarah High School, which was on the other side. You guys will see. Because my English was as a first language, so I went to the normal public high school. But look at these bars on the windows, guys. I remember I used to do like lessons in one of these classrooms. There you go. There's a sign that says right there, Kogarah High School, right there, guys. That's where I went. That's where I spent 1 year, and it was a good year that year. And here we have the main entry of my old high school, guys, Kogarah High School. A lot of fond memories. I had so many fun times in this school. Wow, so many memories. I wish I could go inside and show you guys like all my old classrooms and stuff, but I want to like not be seen as, you know, creepy or predatory, you know, as I'm 22 years old now. It'd be kind of creepy if I went into the high school, you know, at my age now, so I won't be doing that. This is where I grew up, guys, here in Kogarah. This looks like a new painting right here. I don't remember that, but I want to take you guys down this little tunnel right here. I remember this place vividly, very fondly. Oops, excuse me. I don't actually remember this. I remember this used to all be graffiti down here. I don't remember it looking like this. Oh wow, it looks like they've cleaned the graffiti up over the years. This used to be like fully graffiti, this tunnel, and now it looks like there's paintings of fish, which is that's kind of cool. There's like no graffiti. They've like fully painted over the graffiti. You know what's really weird, guys? I've actually had dreams about this exact tunnel like throughout my life, and I've had dreams about this exact neighborhood, like walking around here like I am now. It's weird. It's like my brain subconscious like remembers this place because like I grew up here. The first 13 years of my life I spent here, and this place, you know, has a very special place in my heart. So let's cross this road here and go check out one of the buildings where I was actually first born in, because like the apartment blocks I showed you guys on the other side, that was where I spent like the first, I think like I spent the first like I think 2 or 3 years of my life in one of these apartments here. I forget which one exactly it is. I think it's like further on, but one of these flats up here. Yeah, my mom was telling me today actually, because I did a live stream on TikTok today. my mom was in the chat saying like, why don't you go to the other house where you were born in? So yeah, well, I was born in the hospital, but like, you know, after I was like born, my parents took me to one of these flats here, and yeah, and then we moved to the other apartments, which are on the other side of the tunnel, on the other side of the train line.